Hi, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam, and today I am going to be unboxing the expansion for Catan, Cities and Knights. Which I would say is really the quintessential Catan expansion. A while back, I got Catan. It's a fun game. It's a game that I have played with my friends many times. My friend Dustin has all of the expansions, and he kind of has his own match of things. But he lives out of state, and in addition to playing with my friends, I actually like playing board games with my family a lot. I like Catan, so I picked it up. And we played it, I think, twice. And it was just, felt a little hollow. And I was thinking about, okay, the things we had, you know, when playing with friends that we didn't have with family, and the whole little, basically, the little motto on Catan is trade, build, settle. And then on Cities and Knights, it is progress, develop, defend. And I think that is the perfect sort of explanation, is adding those tenets, those concepts, really makes the difference. The idea is this adds the ability to actually, it adds more resources that you use to actually progress and, you know, build up over time. It adds, like, walls and knights that you use to defend yourself, and it adds sort of, I think they call them barbarians, but basically, you know, and it's something that is attacking. Basically, you're not just building up your cities for funsies. It's there are things coming to attack, and you have to defend against it and such. And it just adds an extra layer that makes it feel like a more complete game. And so it was definitely the one I was like, yes, I need to pick this up. This will make it more, you know, the game that I want to play with my family. So I did, and we'll take a look at what comes in Cities and Knights. Of course, on the back, they have a big logo to make sure that you don't forget that you're going to need the base game. They have the list of what actually comes in it, as well as pictures of it. But we'll see all that inside, so we're just going to skip right ahead. We get our book. Game Rules and Almanac. I believe kind of goes over everything. So I'm looking at it. Yeah, it even goes how to place things. Progress cards. Science, politics, and trade cards. Yeah, they give a general game overview. So this is not just the expansion, but it re-goes over the rules, because it changes some of the base rules. So here is the board, and these, of course, punch out. Here is the board that you track the Barbarian as it attacks Catan, and then you got our little markers here. Do not recall. Again, I have played with the expansion, but only as a friend has run it and set everything up, so. Anyways, there's a marker for each color. Oh, yes. There are sticker sheets for the different activated and not activated knights of different levels. I love this. I forgot they did this. They give you the bags to store stuff in. So nice. Appreciate that so much. Let's just take a second here to So we got our Barbarian ship that moves along the track. I believe this is a merchant that moves around much like the robber, only for good stuff. We have these 3 markers as you get developed in the different progression paths. You can add those to a city. There are these square tokens for each color, and they are city walls that you can build to defend your city. And then there are these circular ones, and that's where these stickers come in, is that each color gets knights that you have to activate. So basically I'll have to put all the stickers on these before they can be used, but I want to make sure I'm doing it right, so I'm not going to do it right now. But yeah, basically, I recall all these get stickers on them, so yeah. There are, it should be 4. Yep, 4 of these boards. And, okay, right now they're all single things, but they... Be careful. They're perforated. I'll do one to show you, but I will take time. But basically the idea is each of these can individually flip. So... there you start. Yeah. So you'd start like this, and you'd flip each one. Basically, it replaces the board from the core game that shows you like the building costs, roads, settlements, and cities are all on here. No more progress card, or not progress, no more development cards from the first game. Those were first, a non-expansion thing. But now you also have the city walls, ships, which I'm pretty sure are just a different resource to build walls on water, or along the edge of water, if I recall correctly. But I'd have to look it up to know for sure. I mean, it's taking too long to do so. But anyway, so different costs there. And then the other resources here to be able to flip these. And as you do, once you've flipped them the first time, you now get it where there's an extra die. When you roll that and one of the numbers shown, you get new types of cards. And each time you can now build for more expensive, and each time it expands the number of dice that can be rolled there for good things. And things like, you may promote strong knights to mighty knights, and you may trade any commodity at a 2-to-1. Basically, you start getting bonuses. But yeah, so basically, the ability to progress as the game goes on. And there's 4 of those, so there's one of those for each player. I'm just looking at this, and this is the exact same interior setup as the base game, so there's actual spots for the hexes, even though this doesn't have the hexes. Interesting. And of course there is the die here. And this die is rolled along each time, has options for advancing the Barbarian Horde, or the different dice symbols that correspond to the symbols on your progress books. And then we get our decks of cards. And so with these decks, so you get victory points for being a defender of Catan, with the knight symbols there. whole bunch of these with the normal island backing, which give us the parchment, the silk, and the coins, which are the advanced resources that are used, again, in the progress decks for advancing the different stages. And if I add these here, you get three different colors of these cards. Again, going back to these, they're the different cards that you can earn by advancing. So for the yellow, which are trade cards, you get like merchants, commercial harbors, merchant fleets, master merchant, trade monopoly, resource monopoly. For blue, political cards, bishop, diplomat, warlord, wedding, intrigue, saboteur, spy, deserter, and constitution. And then the science cards, alchemist, crane, mining, irrigation, printer, inventor, engineer, medicine, smith, and road builder. And basically, those replace the single deck of cards. They weren't progress, they were development cards. Anyways, the single deck of cards that was in the core game, now you have three separate decks that each have their own flavor, so you can try and specialize towards a certain type. Yeah, so it's a lot more specialty kind of things, and it just adds another level of like strategizing and things to do during the game. Definitely now that I have it, look forward to playing again with my family. Another level of the game, more options and things to do. But yeah, it's Catan, Cities and Knights. If you only have the base game of Catan, I highly recommend getting Cities and Knights. I am very glad to finally have it myself, because again, I've had Catan for a couple years. I've played it twice. Actually, in that time, I've technically played it more times, because a couple times when my friend Dustin has been in town, with the expansions, we have played that. But I've only played my copy twice, because the base game, I mean, I was glad to finally get to try it, because I'd never played the base game with him. He got the expansions, all of them, when he got the game. So it was nice to check it out, but I'm like, yeah, definitely prefer it with at least Cities and Knights. Yeah, so that's kind of what's included in there, and at least a basic, to my memory, description of what it is. But really, when I was looking at the box, and it had the words, progress, develop, defend, adding that to the trade, build, settle, motto of the first one, I'm like, that is a perfect description. Trade, build, settle, progress, develop, defend. And those two combined really make the game of Catan that is most fun. Thanks for watching. I'll link down below where you can pick it up online. Otherwise, it's available probably at your friendly local gaming store, but also at like your normal big box major store, whatever you have nearby. It's a common enough game. You can find it in various places. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Bye.